Play action. Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Joe Tryon showcasing the pass rush.
He'll give them an instant to react. There's a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Garibay's kick is good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence, applied the heat.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead grows to 10-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Brady. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here at Super Bowl 57. Already 17-0 our score. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Prescott to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Holding. Offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. That's caught once again by Gallup. Touchdown! Michael Gallup on the receiving end from Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And a rout is on here in this first half. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for good yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. On first down, Brady.
That's complete to Tyler Johnson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To throw, it's Brady. And this is caught by Evans.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Brady going to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This will be caught inside the 10. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Leonard Fournette.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bucs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Well, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life. But it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Ryan Succop for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. And I'm going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Prescott.
That's Gallup on the slant. Finding room at midfield.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They've played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come back punching here in the second half.
And Blake, the tight end's got it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing now is Brady. Here's Johnson with a reception.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Brady. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
When we talk all the time about playing situational football right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Here's Bernard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
19 yards for Giovanni Bernard.
And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Brady will look to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Dallas returns on offense, and among the weapons, Michael Gallup at wide receiver.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Yeah,
though,
absolutely.
who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he...
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So potentially a big turnaround brewing to begin this third quarter as this defense forces a much-needed turnover.
Yeah, this is a team starting to work in concert now, right? They went out and got a touchdown to start the second half, and now they get the football right back.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They coming off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback?
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Bernard. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Brady. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need to tackle the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Giovanni Bernard. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Bucs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
How about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they score touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
Brady's going to look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right.
That is caught by Lamb.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi Trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yard.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. Garibay on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On play action, now Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now Brady got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And now this throw complete to Washington. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. That's taken it around the 40. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Brady. And brought in by Brady.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage from yards out. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So, Charles, they had it double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This one will come out to the 20. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way. Didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. And now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.